The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Brady now on first down. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. From midfield, here's Brady. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a first carry for their fullback, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Brady now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Landry now on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, Give him 15, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Adrian Claymore. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. They're going to look to throw. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A give. This is Michel. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
To throw, it's Brady. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
12 yards on the return that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes. mistakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Stop. It's on the right.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Shadow.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. On it, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Again, this is Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep here for Landry. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet. So I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. To Michelle on the screen. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Following the penalty, Chubb. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down carry here for Johnson. Finding room inside the 40. There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, How about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The tackle made by Derek Rivers.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Dumping it off for Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, that throw by Brady incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Check 50. Check 50. Hold 50.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Following the penalty, Michel. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Brady to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Brady now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. In for the score. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the way.
And they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down to the end zone. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. You know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Handoff comes to Chubb. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the line.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
He's going to look deep for Edelman. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. He juked him. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He sets to fire deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Oh, good move. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Trying to get it to Landry there. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's going to get it running right, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. A little 360. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back now in Foxborough.
It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Yeah, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run the option right here on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. They'll look to throw here on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on the ground.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, now Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Wait! Keep your poise!
Now Brady got to have this one. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Brady now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Brady now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
29, Alpha.
Again, it's Brady.
Goes underneath here to White. Space to run past the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his zone.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Brady going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Brady to throw. He's going to let it fly. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They run. Chubb. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And again, it's Chubb. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Browns, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
2,000 feet